What's up, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of our new campaign, baby. Let's go, let's get it. My name is Grizzly, as you may or may not know, and I am going to be DMing for the foreseeable future. Shit. I don't know how this is gonna go, but you know how we do. Whatever happens, we're just gonna roll with it. We begin this introductory session on a fairly small island known as Canela. The island is circular, with most of the how do you say that word? Topography? Let's start this over. The island is circular, with most of the topography being mountains and forests, with rivers dissecting the trees and climbing the cliffs. These natural structures serve as a background for this island's seemingly only cluster of civilization known as the town of Zero. This multi-layered urban town is constructed of reddish dirt paths and a mix of brick and wooden buildings. Some covered by red roof shingles, others are slate gray in color. It seems to have been built upward, starting from the coast. The highest point holding a tall cylindrical stone building, surrounded by stone walls in a half-circular formation just as the rest of this town's layout. Most buildings are compacted together, the height of the roofs on this upper layer being the same height as the stone walls. We move past the buildings and over the stone walls, up the backside of the tower, up a hempen rope dangling from a window about halfway towards the top, continuing down narrow, rugged wooden steps, then through a room filled with different humanoids at dining tables, wearing the same white, red, and gold uniforms. Through a wooden door on the opposite side of this room leads out to a narrow hallway, which leads to another door currently shut. Easing through the gap between the door and the red rug on the stone floor, we come into a dark room. With the sound of a and the smell of a burning flame, the area is illuminated to reveal three faces huddled together.
We're gonna get shot in the head? What's going on?
we're being held hostage.
We just Fallout New Vegas.
Where'd he go? What? Where's he?
I thought there was a fucking gun cocking.
No, it's the sound of a and then the smell of a burning flame. So a match.
Fuck Grizzly, dude! I love all your descriptions, man. I'm so excited.
There it is. That's it.
That's what it looks like.
For all you audio listeners, you're about to hear what a man catching on fire sounds like.
And also a house catching on fire, and just like
yeah, okay, but yeah, all right,
just
Bizly, put the fire away, Bizly.
The flame illuminates three of your faces, and this is where I want you guys to introduce your characters and describe what they look like if you want. You can describe just the faces and tell us your name, starting with Condi.
Starting with me. Okay, my character's name is Jay Ferin. As the light illuminates her face, you see a girl with long orangish red hair and blue eyes. Her hair is tied up in a ponytail in the back, but still some of her hair is kind of coming down around her shoulders. She's wearing a high-cut navy blue jacket and a white undershirt underneath it. In her hair is a pin that displays an eagle freely flying through an orange and blue sky. Going down, she's wearing vanilla-colored cotton pants that are laced down the sides, and around her waist is a belt pouch. Well, it's like a belt pouch, but like the belt splits into two to kind of like attach.
So it's like three belts?
Yeah.
This character sucks.
Five. Let's just say five. Let's say five. Let's say five.
Yeah, she's got
bandana. It's a belt bandana. It's got a fucking buckle in the front.
She's got suspenders on. She's got suspenders on right now.
They're
belts.
They're belts.
They're belts.
Two belts.
They're
Two belts.
They're
belts.
belts.
Wait. So she has a suspender and then another belt. How much trouble does this woman have keeping her pants up? Holy shit.
I don't know. She just does.
The pants are way too big for her waist, so like it's like being inside of a like a rain suit or whatever, where it's like the coverings or whatever, like the coverings for walking in mud. Those long pants.
She was in a rush.
Total about like two belts, and then there's a belt that goes across the waist. Belts on the legs. Anyways, Charlie, your character introduction is next. You can just describe the face, or you can do the whole thing if you want.
I'll just do the face at first. I'll do the face. Just so I can save the rest for the rest. Okay. So, you see as the light flickers over me, you see this blue-green man, a Triton, with this luscious sort of shoulder-length green hair that gets lighter as it goes down. And it's almost wavy, as if he's underwater. His ears have this fin-like appearance. They're sort of protruded and spiked back. And he has these piercing ocean blue eyes. He has these lighter sort of wavy marks as well that are slightly present on the side of his face and wrap around his limbs. His most defining feature here as well is this glowing coral growing up, out and from under his hair slightly up, and it looks almost crown-like. My character's name is Gillion Tidestrider.
Did you say your character's name, Connie?
And I'm fucking excited.
Jay Ferin.
Yeah, you did.
So, on your left, Bizly, before you introduce your character, is Jay Ferin, and on your right, in this huddle that you brought these two together, is Gillion Tidestrider. Now, introduce yourself, as you've just lit this match and brought them down to your level as you guys are crouching in this room.
Okay, well,
Why are we
huddling in, bringing them together. Jay on my left, Gil on my right. You see in the center, more chiseled features, but a younger man, around 19. He's got brown hair that parts down the middle, some dirt on his face, and I'll describe the shoulders. He's got a white puffy kind of shirt that looks fancier, but it also looks worn for sure. It's definitely been on him for a few months at least. It's pretty dirty. He's got some suspenders going up over his shoulders, and these brown eyes that glisten with the flame. And my character's name is Chip.
All right.
Okay.
You guys are huddled in this room. Chip, you guys know where you are.
Yeah. So I want to bring everybody. All right, everybody. Let's go over the plan just one more time. All right, Gil.
Yeah.
I need
What's the deal?
All right, Gil. I need you to grab that barrel of Jay. Anything that looks valuable, take it. All right.
What's
When
a
I
barrel?
like this. Just it's that thing. That thing. Right there.
The large, like cylindrical kind of.
I get a crate.
Wooden. Yeah. No, wait, no.
Gil, no.
I don't understand.
To the left. To the
Look
left.
at the edges.
Right.
Do you want rounder or squarer?
Gil, we don't have a lot of time. I go
See,
over
I
and I
think
point at
I
the
bring
barrel.
him
This,
most of the
this,
containers in the room.
This barrel right here, Gil.
I
This.
have every
just
container you could possibly need.
carry this, Gil. This is
We could
heavy.
store
I need
anything.
you to carry this.
I'll carry this.
Okay, thank you.
But why?
Listen, because Gil, we are relieving these men of this barrel. Okay?
They don't deserve it anymore. You know, we just need it.
An act
for-
of heroics.
Of course.
I
yes,
shall
yes.
carry this burden and this barrel. I pick up the barrel.
Okay. Now listen, when I like this, we gotta run like hell. You understand? No dilly down, nothing. We gotta go. Okay?
Fire does not scare me.
The two of you see around you there are it's a bit of a dark room, but you can make out there are a bunch of barrels. Some of them have big black letters on the bottom of the barrels that spell out raft, and on the top of each lid of each barrel have different symbols. Some are like boomsticks in design. Some have like muskets. Others just have like bread and potatoes. But Chip has made a long rope-like fuse that you would assume will give you about 60-ish seconds to light the fuse and to leave.
This is the fastest I've ever committed arson in a campaign.
How did I end up in this situation at all? Okay.
Okay.
So remind me again, why are we doing this? Why are
Because we're heroes.
And on the walls, there's an array of guns and weapons and scimitars and all kinds of things. This looks like a storage room for weapons and food and gunpowder.
Okay. As soon as we light this, I'll let them know so they die an honorable death.
Yeah, Jay, listen, we've got to do this because it's gonna basically cripple them. I mean, look at how they've been treating the people on the island.
I mean,
They're not gonna be doing
right,
so
but,
much of that without these weapons.
I mean, did we make sure there's no like civilians nearby? I mean,
But yeah, I checked.
did you?
Yes.
You're not
Very good.
See, Gil's with me. Why aren't you with me? Come on, Jay.
Listen, okay,
Stop asking so many questions and just, okay? Grab whatever you
Okay.
can, and we've got to go. All right, Gil.
Okay.
Do not drop that barrel. Okay? I know you're not scared of fire, but the barrel is terrified of fire.
So this is a barrel.
Yes.
You're holding another square crate.
How did I get this? How did I manage to
That
swap
is-
them? I don't understand.
That is a square.
That's
Gil.
that's a crate.
This barrel.
They're they're made out of wood. What makes a barrel a barrel?
I don't.
There's cylindrical and
Chip,
circular.
enough. We don't have time. I pick up the barrel.
Oh
Remember,
my god.
run fast. No fire on barrel. Barrel is terrified of fire.
Let's blow up this popsicle place.
Oh. All right. Let's go.
Is that
I want to drop the.
No, it's
Yes.
popsicle stand.
I want to drop the match onto the fuse.
You do. Okay, so you drop the match and it lights the somewhat longish fuse of a, like, again, this is you estimate this will probably give you about 60 seconds to get from here to the exit or to the entrance window that you came from.
Okay.
So who leaves the room first?
I'm going. I'm running. I'm running.
All right, Chip. So you open the door, and as you exit the storage room, Gil following behind you with his barrel
don't.
on his shoulder. You don't?
Oh,
Okay, what do you do?
wait. Is the barrel still on my, like, did we lit the barrel, right?
No, we
Not
didn't
your
light the-
barrel.
We're taking the barrel.
You're taking this barrel
okay,
from me.
yeah. Perfect.
So so I assume you are following him out of this room?
Yes.
Okay, with you having the barrel, Jay, did you grab anything at all? Anything specific that you were looking for that you wanted to grab out of here?
So let's see here. You said there was weapons and stuff. And
There's tons, yep. Lots of stuff.
So
You'd have to grab this right before he lit the fuse.
I probably would grab like 2 scimitars and a gun, but
Grab
no
a barrel
ammo.
as well. I need to study.
Okay, so
Um,
in your multitude of belts, you sling over 2 scimitars and you grab like a small musket. Or
And
not
also
musket,
an
it's
apple
like
out of one of the food crates.
I hope
Sure.
she didn't find any more belts in there.
You grab those things, and you guys, as you're exiting the storage room, Chip, you immediately run. Well, you're immediately met with a burly chest of a very tan man in a white and red colored t-shirt. His arms are covered in hair and tattoos, and he squints down at all of you as you're exiting with a furrowed expression like this. Can't see me, but he's squinting a lot, and and he says, "What do you think you're doing in there?"
I want to look up at him and then look back at the room, look up at him and go, "Oh, that wasn't the bathroom, man. I'm such a silly guy. Listen, I really gotta
it
go.
wasn't. It was the room where we got the explosives.
It was.
No.
What are you grabbing the explosive for?
To blow up your ship.
Gil. Okay. Hey, what's that? And I run.
Go ahead, Gil. Don't make anything, because you told the truth. Make a. What are you two doing as Chip runs off before I may have him make a check?
Hey, can I just like kick him and run?
Okay.
This large man.
This large man.
Yeah. So Chip, go ahead and make a. You're gonna make a. Either acrobatics or athletics to basically either slide under this very tall and broad man's body and his legs, or you have to make an athletics check to dodge.
All right, I'm gonna do an acrobatics check and try and like point over there and then slide in between his legs and go
that's
running.
cool.
I rolled a 22.
Okay, yeah, you no problem. He's totally distracted. And as he's distracted, go ahead and roll a hit for a kick to the back of the shin or the back of the knee.
Yeah.
What'll you do if I die?
Not very
Session
good.
zero?
Not very good.
Oh, jeez.
That's an 8.
Yeah, so
I,
Chip, you distract this big man who has a name tag on this. So the way that the uniforms work here, this is basically like an overcoat that is not. He's not currently wearing the sleeves of the overcoat. You know what I'm talking about, with like the frills on the shoulders and stuff. And on the you get a glimpse at the name tag that he's wearing under like a badge, like the multicolored badge of sort on this uniform, and it just says John. You successfully.
I was expecting something a little more sinister. But okay, John.
You successfully dodge and you start running off. And as you do that, Jay, you go to kick this man in the back of the knee, and as you do, you realize that that his calf muscles are literally built like boulders, and it feels like you just kicked a wooden plank. And you go, fuck, and that gets his attention again, and he turns to look at you.
sorry, I just tripped.
I'm still sprinting. I'm gone.
I want to put my hand on his shoulder.
Okay. You do that as soon as she kicks him and starts grabbing her foot. You go and put your hand on his shoulder behind you.
I
You
want
hear
to talk
that
to him.
tss from coming from the other room.
Okay, what's his name again? John?
Yeah, you can read it if you just look. It just says Marshall John on it.
Hang on, let me see that. Big J. There is much evil in this world, Big J, and too long this crew has run rampant. Do not let yourself sink to the bottom of the depths along with this dark vessel. Join us.
Gil, we don't have time for this. I run back up to him and grab him by the arm.
I'm
I
yelling
see the
from the
spirit
doorway.
of heroism in you.
You guys are gonna die! Hurry up!
Gil, come on!
John,
I can't.
It's your choice!
Those are new cadets. Stop that! And as he's about to say something, there's a moment of silence as that runs out. And from the door that John is standing in front of, you guys are running away. You all hear out loud as the door is blown off. You can hear some of the stone. You can hear the stone crumbling behind you as you run into this room that is now what it was not before, filled with a bunch of different humans and other races that are all in the same uniform. And behind you, you hear "Stop that!" and then
I wanna run past like people and just go, "Hello, hi, how are you?" And if anybody has like a thing of food, I want to just grab it and like take a bite and then hand it to someone else.
Okay, sleight of hand check as you're running past.
Sure.
Also, the other two of you guys following,
Yes.
and you're trying to pull. Okay,
19.
go ahead and make the sleight of hand check first.
It's 19.
You grab some fucking bread or some shit. I don't know. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
You grab it. You got it.
Sweet.
I'm gonna have to say all of you make either an acrobatics, a strength, acrobatics or athletics check, depending on, because you're either going to burst through here or if you would
Cool.
like to think of a more creative option
Yes,
as you guys are
I
running.
would. I
First
want to
natural
enter
20
the
of the
room. I want to
campaign,
say,
baby.
I have to go too. And then I want to cast fog cloud on the room so they can't see anything.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Pachow!
Yeah. What's the area of effect? Like, what does it do exactly? It's just master.
It is a 20-foot radius sphere, so very big.
Yeah, for sure. The room fills with smoke, and the people in here probably assume that it comes from the explosion, but no, it's you. How does it look whenever you cast fog cloud?
I didn't think about this, but I guess a cool way for it to look,
You just
I want to pull the moisture like out of the air and like out of some of the stuff, like if they're drinking anything. And I want to kind of put it in my hands, ball it together, and then like shoot it out and have it sort of dilute into this mist all across the room.
yeah, awesome.
That's so cool.
For some reason, in my head thought that you were just gonna like evaporate the moisture on your wet skin. Is your skin always wet or is it dry? Is it
I'd
like a
rather get
water
into
just-
that when we start the campaign for these bigger questions.
All right, that's fine. So
How crowded is this room?
it's about 20 or so men that stand up, see you guys come in here, see Chip barrel past them and grab one of their food, and one of them is like, "Hey, my," or whatever. And then as he says that, Chip, you turn around and you see that they have made it into this room as well. And then you see
You're going to
Gillion.
learn a lesson from the moisture master.
Gillion pull the water particles from the air and blast these clouds of fog and smoke into the room that fill the area as you were leaving the other entrance into this room that you guys came in before.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I assume you two guys follow him as well. They can't see you guys. You're
course,
tripping.
yep.
You're jumping over people as you're running through this dining hall, and you can just barely hear like those pirates from Marshal John as
I just
Yeah.
occasionally grab people and I'm like, you can be better.
the
stop
person who
juking.
turned around when Chip stole his food, I'm gonna jump off of their back and like try to get a bunch of distance over the room.
you do actually roll an acrobatics check.
I already did. That's why I'm doing this, is because I rolled it when you said to roll it the first time. I got a natural 20, and I don't want to waste that. So.
Oh my god. Yeah, you use this guy as a stepping stool, basically a springboard in gymnastics, and do a cool flip. You could even I don't know if there's anything else you want to do with that, but yeah, you successfully are going to
Excellent,
land.
Jay. You are a fog frog.
I'm gonna
as you
steal
do it-
somebody's hat. I'm gonna steal somebody's hat, then run out the door.
Sure. You grab one of these they're just kind of like white. I don't even know how to describe them. Sure, you grab a hat. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I turn around, tip it to them, and run away.
Okay, so you have two directions as you guys enter this step. It's basically like a small, narrow corridor where the steps are, and you can hear behind you there's still crumbling of stone and stuff. You think the explosion, because there was gunpowder and whatnot in there, might have been a bit bigger than you expected
What's
it to
gunpowder?
You'll
be. Don't
find
ask me,
out.
ask one of them. So you can either go down the steps or you can go up the steps where you came from.
Chip's leading. You make the call.
I am going to lead us back up to the window we came in from.
Alrighty. You do. So you guys run up these steps. You can hear as you guys get a bit of a head start because they're all kind of lost in the confusion of the cloud in that room and dealing with a collapsing section of this cylindrical tower. You guys get to the window. You all barrel out of the or you kind of get out of the window that you came in and start going down the hempen rope.
While we barrel out, does the barrel go out? How do we? Can we just?
I've had it the whole
rope?
time.
Basically, I mean, I'd assume that you would just either like toss it or
Okay,
like
yeah,
not
I'll
toss
go
it, but like
down.
pass it between each other. So someone goes down first and
I'll
then
probably go down and I'd have Gil pass it to me.
okay. Yeah, that gives the people who are now making chase behind you, because as you're running up the steps, it's about a 30-second or so delay before you start hearing more footsteps follow your footsteps. And so as you guys are passing this barrel through the window, you just kind of hear the doof, 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 doof of people also following you up. But all of you make it out.
We
of the,
are up here.
Stop saying that, Gil! Throw it down!
I'm passing the barrel, the treasure out the window.
Gil,
You don't need to say everything you do. Just do it.
I just feel it gives them a fair advantage.
we don't want them to have an advantage.
My friend says he doesn't want you to have an advantage.
Listen, they
Gil
already have
so much.
the advantage. We're outnumbered. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, so the last one of you, which is probably going to be Gil, make it out of the window. And as you do, you come face to face with Marshal John, who cannot fit through this window. But you're making it through, and you're kind of holding onto that wall, and you're about to climb down the rope. And he comes to the window, and he's like, "Wait, stop!"
Jonathan, there's still time.
And you can tell he's still squinting, and he like can barely. You get the sense that this guy cannot see very well. So he's getting a little closer, and he's like,
John,
"Go down the other way."
Even with your vision, I know that you can see the difference between right and wrong.
You blew a hole in our tower.
And you blew a hole in my heart. Come with me.
Gil, we don't have that much time. Let's go.
Can I make a persuasion check?
Sure, go ahead.
16.
Okay, Marshal John looks at you. His eyes go from squinting as they widen slightly, and there's a bit of a glisten as he experiences
John.
inspiration. You're right. And what you're doing is wrong. Go down the steps. And they disappear from the window as they start running down the other way.
As we're looking at like Gil fucking stand up there and talk to this man, I just want to look over at Jay and be like, we should leave him.
You can't tell if I cry a single tear or if I'm just usually that moist.
Listen, I agree. Hey, Gil, we're leaving.
How high's the drop?
Start running.
The drop from you guys, you're about halfway up this tower. It's 30 feet-ish. Or more.
Sick. Or more.
So you descale it, or you're going to just drop down.
You know what? I want to drop down and do a sick roll.
Okay, acrobatics check.
Athletics? Can we do athletics? This
Yeah,
feels
sure.
like an athletic feat. Oh, God.
You said roll, so I figured, that's kind of acrobatic.
15!
Yeah, you're fine. That actually just makes it. So you land and you do a sick roll. You grab the barrel from Chip. And you guys start running towards either the stone wall, or which is where you came up from. It's going to be a bit
John
of
didn't
a
make
climb.
Who's John?
We're not gonna make it. We gotta go.
As you guys make it to the stone wall that you originally climbed over, you can see as you look back towards the tower, it's starting to crumble a bit more towards the front now.
What did we do, man?
You reckon you have
Christ.
about maybe 30 seconds before the top half of this tower starts to fall towards you.
Bruh, we're in front of a wall you have to climb, you said?
Yeah, you can either climb the wall or you can run alongside the wall and try and get
Okay.
out the front gate.
I am going to. I'm gonna do I'm gonna crouch down and I want to throw Jay up there,
Yeah. Okay.
kind of help her.
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then
After he
And
does
then
that,
go
I
up.
want to put him on my shield and
Oh, okay.
throw
all
him
right.
up. My big shell-like shield.
oh, that's
I
awesome.
catch him and pull him up too, and then we reach our hands down. I'm assuming and
Yeah.
gotta help Gil up.
Yeah, if you
Or I
really want.
hold you down by your feet and you grab him. And
Yeah.
I guess you would just pass up the barrel before that.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys don't really have to make a check for this, just because I've already made you roll enough acrobatics and whatnot. I think you all are
Okay.
pretty much you're on top of your game right now. And this
my
is a
best.
team effort. Yeah, you all get up onto the wall, and from here you can jump onto the rooftops of this upper level of this town and start traversing that. Or you can just drop on the other side of the wall and start going down the main path of this, or main road of this.
Oh, rooftops
area.
is so much cooler.
Alrighty then.
Rooftops for me.
Alrighty. And as you guys get onto the rooftops, you're basically running in a straight line because these are slanted, triangular roofs that kind of come down and then go flat. You can either run on the flat side, you can run on the pointy side or whatever. If you haven't described like Charlie, if you wanted to describe what your character actually looks like, since now the basically everyone will be able to see your full body,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah. Now that you can see my full body in my big moist body in the glistening sunlight, you see what I'm actually wearing a little better. What you see is Gil is adorned in this chest plating that looks almost like these bronze pieces of a carapace. And there's additional shoulder pieces and pieces at the hips. And the armor is also growing, identical sort of glowing coral to what he has on his head. He's wearing baggier sort of dark blue cloth and pants under them with a green pattern to them. And he does not have shoes on. The other big thing is around his waist, there's a rope. And on it, there is a globe with water inside. And in that water, you see a pink frogtopus
Let's go!
Yo.
swimming around.
Oh,
What's his name? Is his name?
And
Pee-wee?
her name is Pretzel.
Oh.
Yo, let's
Pretzel
go.
the frogtopus!
Pretzel! Yo, I like that though.
I didn't even know
like
about
that.
Pretzel the frogtopus. I mean, I knew
Well-
about the frogtopus, but not Pretzel.
Never told you. She's a pink frogtopus named Pretzel.
I love that.
That's awesome.
She
You
gets
know what?
herself tangled up. She also likes pretzels, I guess. And just because I wasn't really clear on it, on the age, he's a young man. Doesn't have any,
How old?
he's, smooth facial hair. He is 22,
Okay.
which, he looks like a 22-year-old. His Tritons live to be longer, But for the sake of like what he actually looks like, he looks like a young man.
Does he have more Triton features, or is he more like way more humanoid?
He's more humanoid. He doesn't look like a fish guy. Okay. Really, the defining things are his ears kind of have that like spike fin quality to them. And as well on his like elbows out, there's sort of these fins that jut out a little bit. Obviously he's as well, he's sort of this bluish green.
Right, but facial structure, he's just pretty much.
Facial structure, pretty much human. Almost, like elvish if you had to draw a comparison.
Okay. That's dope.
Yeah, because I don't want to be a fish guy.
Yeah. Get that.
I look like a big flounder.
So my character Chip, as he's running, you can see more of him as well. You see that puffy white shirt kind of tucked into some gray pants with dark gray stripes and light gray stripes going down vertically. At the bottom, they're kind of just torn a little bit. Maybe even a little too short. I'm not, just basic torn clothing. He's got boots and he's covered in that red dust from the trails of this town. And he has the suspenders and the shirt is kind of like half tucked in. He looks pretty rough for sure, but yeah, nothing too special about him other than that.
Gil looks Gil is the opposite. He's like not roughed. He's like weirdly pristine.
Oh, there's nothing new you see about Jay.
Yeah.
Because I already described her all.
Yeah. No problem. Okay, so as you guys you start running on these rooftops, and as you run, some of the shingles are getting kicked off and flown and slung through the air. You look down, and you now see on the road, because they're basically following a little bit behind you, is Big Marshall John, so Big J, and next to him,
Big J.
You don't know his motive just yet.
I gave him a chance.
His expression is still furrowed and confused, but now you can see that he has like really, really tiny, like eye-seeing glasses that rest on the nose and don't have any like other kind of support. And that's probably why he loses them so much. And next to him, there's a smaller female in the same uniform, and then another male. This male looks a little bit more elven. As you guys are running and making it through the town, this town is like I said, it's layered. So right now you guys are on the upper layer, and you're about to come to a point where you need to jump down to the second layer of this town. It is a bit of a gap, but you notice as you guys are coming up on it, and it's all three of you on the same roofs. There's like clothing wires and electrical wires that connect.
Electrical wires.
So you have
your boy Gil about to be fried.
You have two options here. Yeah, you guys can collectively go for the jump in this gap in the rooftop, or you can I don't know, gymnastics your way over one of the wires.
Okay.
You know, the balance.
So I would imagine that as we're running across these rooftops, are we jumping between any gaps at all?
You're about to right now.
Okay.
This is a big gap that goes from the first. Think of it like the towns in like Rio, how all everything's kind of like stacked on one layer, and then it goes up, and then there's more, like they're kind of uneven. It's like that, except there's only like three half circular layers to this town, and then there's all like compacted buildings and stuff that you guys are like basically running in like a zigzag down, and this is the first big jump down and big gap between the two layers.
How high would you say? Sorry.
I'm bad at distance, but I want to say it's a height that's like, when you hit the other roof, it's not going to be any damage, but it's far enough to where it's like you have to make a check for this, or you will probably twist an ankle or some shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Or you just won't make it in general. It's pretty far, but it's not far enough to where it's impossible.
These electrical wires, how long are they? If I were to swing on this, would it hit what I just slam against the ground?
They act like I don't even know how to. It's like webbing or it's just connecting between like just between buildings. You could even think of it like clothing lines between balconies.
Okay.
So they reach all the way to the other side, like down.
Okay.
Does that answer? If you swing on it, I mean, you would probably, if you wanted to make this wire into a swinging rope and then climb up it as you get to the other side, you would have to cut it as you go to grab
I think
it.
I listen, you guys are taking a while here. John's catching up. I'm just going to grab them both and jump.
Man, I wanted to
so
swing.
I'm
I thought
gonna
it'd be cool. All right.
I was just gonna slide off. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I will just jump by my lonesome.
I'll jump. I'll jump. It makes more sense. I'll jump.
If the two of you get up there and you actually do hesitate like this, and Gil
Yeah,
does
I
want to
would've-
decide to just
I would have hesitated.
okay, then yeah, Gil definitely would probably force
It's
a
time
a
to
jump.
go.
I
Yeah,
just look over at Jay
I
and
want
kinda
to,
shrug my shoulders.
I want to majestically soar across this gap. I want my hair to be flowing in the wind. It still looks like it's almost underwater. And I want John to just watch me as I go. I want to go across
Yeah.
the sun.
Okay,
So
so
he
for
sees
all
my
of,
silhouette.
all of you, I want you to make this is going to be athletics for sure, because this is not a dex thing. This is a strength based
God.
jump.
Got an
Um,
18.
And for you specifically, Gil, as you guys are all doing this jump, is that a natural 20?
That's a
No, it's not.
19
Okay,
plus
I
one.
see.
Yeah.
Chip, roll your athletics check. Gil, I need you to make. I just want you to make a charisma check.
Just flat
Just
charisma.
flat charisma.
John, this is for you. 8. I rolled a 4. I get the sun gets in my eyes. Ah!
You
John!
make a you jump, and at first you feel elegant. You feel like a fish out of water right now, soaring through the wind.
But in a
And
good
then
way.
and then you try to look towards Big J, who is looking up and watching you guys, and he's doing a bunch of yelling and shouting, but it's a little bit inaudible, or you can't actually like hear what he's saying because everybody's focused on doing this jump. And you catch a glimpse of that sunlight. It hits your eyes, and you go, ah, and you make a really disgusting face as you're going.
John, the power is
But all of you make this gap, and you continue running down these rooftops.
Cool.
Can we just be passing the barrel back and forth?
Yeah, like what I described
I do
is
have
like
something I want to talk about while we're doing this as well, for sure.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, then this would be the time. As you
Okay,
guys are,
great.
you're basically on the second step of this escape from blowing up a storage room, which Chip tried to explain to you is belongs to this island's military, who have basically taken up I want to say refuge. It's what's that law where they can just stay in your house? What's that called?
Squatters laws.
It's not that. It's oh God, I forget what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. It's where they can basically just roll up in your town and be like, "Hey, we are commandeering your house."
Yeah,
Oh, that.
it's
Called
like that.
hospitality.
Yeah, it's like that, except they did it for this very steaming. It looked like it could have been an important structure for this town. That cylinder tower in the back, at the very top of this town. They basically took
blew it
that
up.
over and made it their base of sorts. And you guys have experienced these soldiers being basically abusing of authority and whatnot. So that's why Chip did this
Okay,
plan.
that's
and why
funny.
you were-
I was literally just gonna ask in character, what the fuck did
Go
we
for
just
it.
do?
Go for it. Go for it. Absolutely.
Oh, great job, Chip. We've defeated the villains. And
Yeah,
I look
we did
over
it.
wistfully, but why?
Are we still running?
You're still running on the rooftops together, and you're like passing as you are basically going from one roof to another roof, in between transition of the roofs and levels and stuff, because they're not like exactly the same level. You're passing this barrel back and forth, and I won't even make you make a check for that because it's cool.
Not even out of breath. This is
Gil,
on
I told you
private.
before, these are the bad guys. We're the good guys. And I catch
No,
the
this
barrel.
is a
We are the
barrel.
good guys. Huh? Thank you for the barrel.
That makes a lot of sense. I liked that John fellow, though I sense a spark of good in him. Perhaps we should turn around.
No, turning around is a
No.
bad idea right now.
You
They
didn't
need
see
to
what
know
he
that
did
we
to
were the ones that
civilians?
dismantled this evil.
Do you look back towards Big J?
I do.
And you hear it echo in your mind what he said to you.
Remember the name Gillion Tidestrider!
Don't tell them
And
your
also
name.
Chip and Jay
Stop!
Ferin, we
Stop!
did
I
this!
I'm gonna like try and
No,
cover his
no.
mouth as we're running.
And we feel no shame for this heroism.
You hear in your mind the words of Big J, Marshal John echo, But what you're doing is bad, 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 bad.
Shit.
What?
Because you're still running right now.
Shit.
Yes?
Big Papa Jay said that what we were doing was bad.
Yeah, that's what bad guys say when they're doing bad
Yeah,
stuff.
listen, it was bad for them, good for us and everybody else in this city.
Listen, we can talk about this more on the ship. I'm not sure we're gonna make it out of this. Jay,
I'm
I
going
got
to
an
need to
idea.
speak to John after this.
No, I don't know if you're gonna want to do that.
I need to logistically work this out. I'm very confused.
Jay, I have an idea, but it's not one of my best.
What is the idea?
Here, carry this barrel real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gunpowder. We're gonna throw it at them, and then you're gonna shoot it.
I only have a bow.
Didn't you grab a gun? We were in a gun
Yeah,
room.
I grabbed the gun, yes.
Well,
There's bullets in it.
No one has
grab
told me what
bullets.
gunpowder is yet.
remember when the thing blew up?
Explodey powder.
Boom!
That's
I run faster.
Boom!
Jay,
Sand.
yeah.
as you guys are running, does a 12 hit your AC?
No.
Okay. So you hear and a bullet whizzes past and hits one of the shingles next to your foot as you guys are running.
Oh shit!
Yo, everybody. Welcome to the first mid-roll of the season. Oh, cinnamon roll. Season cinnamon roll. I love cinnamon roll! Anyways, baby, I'm gonna keep this a little short so you can get right back into the action, alright? Alright. Capiche? Capiche. Make sure you run on over to our Twitter at JRWI Show and give us a follow, baby. Alright. Now tweet at us with the hashtag JRWI or hashtag JRWI Show or hashtag JRWI Fan Art. Oh yeah, or hashtag JRWI Spoilers. Oh yeah, oh yes, Lord! That way we can see your cool art, reactions, thoughts, and anything else you might want to share with us. After that, you gotta head on over to our Reddit r/JRWI Show if you wanna take part in some discussion threads and share other things if you're not a tweeting Twitter person, if you know what I'm saying. You don't have the Twitter fingers, well then you have the Reddit phalanges, whatever the fuck they called. Lastly, if you're here on over at the YouTube watching us, seeing our faces, and making googly eyes at the way that we play our characters, or not, please leave a like and leave a comment so that we can see how you're feeling about the episode, and make sure if you're on the podcast versions, rate us 5 stars if they allow you to do so. It helps us out a lot. Without further ado, baby, I'm gonna let you groove right back on into this session, so enjoy the rest of the episode. I hope it's not too kooky. What the fuck? Alright, bye!
Oh no! That must have been a gunfish!
What?
What?
It's a fish that can generate propulsion and fire a high-speed projectile out of its nozzle.
No, that was just a gun.
Yeah, no,
What's
it's
a gun?
gunfish. Yes, they have gunfish down there. And they're using them.
Those poor creatures, we must save them.
Exactly.
The gunfish.
Who's got the barrel right now?
I would have thrown it to Jay.
Okay, as you guys are, sorry to interrupt, but as you guys are running and shouting at each other,
No,
make
but really,
sure
what's a gun?
everybody make
It's
a
like a
dexterity
gunfish.
saving throw.
Okay.
As you're shouting and stuff, go ahead.
A dexterity saving throw, huh?
Yes.
Oh
19,
Christ!
I'm rolling good today.
-1.
Man's got a 10.
I got a natural 1. -2.
You got a, you said you got a tin chip?
Yep.
Jay. Oh, sorry, I actually have it,
19.
I have it all right here.
Yeah.
Jay, it's a good thing, because you have the barrel. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you guys are running and talking, both Chip and Gillion, you go to make a leap to transition from, or basically, or vault to one of the the roofs to the roof below, and both of you at the same time, Jay, you watch as they seem to misplaced one of their feet and slip, and both of them fall off these roofs onto the main road.
Bye-bye.
And as you guys hit the ground, you take 5 points of damage as you hit the ground, and you look up, and behind you there are the 3 guards, or not guards, but the 3 soldiers, I'll call them for now.
it'd be so funny if we fell. I got up and started running, and Gil just looks back and he's looking at Big John, and I have to come back and
I would
grab
be.
him.
I literally would. My character would not start running again.
I just come back and I grab you. We start running.
John, so fate has it that we meet again. What a prophetic turn of
As he gets pulled away too, I'm gonna turn around on the roof. I'm gonna drop the fucking barrel on John's head.
No!
You're just gonna. You're trying to
Wait,
toss it
you're
Oh,
as
not
you're
saying
running.
anything?
John!
Me?
Yeah,
You told me to throw the barrel at them.
I said we
Well,
were gonna
before you-
explode it. Are you gonna explode it? Now it's just boom sand everywhere.
Right, but right before you got the chance to execute that plan, the both of them slipped. And Jay, as you're running, you do notice, and you're still holding the barrel, unless you really do want to throw it. As you get closer, you guys are getting closer now.
Come here.
I
You
wanted
said
to
you were gonna do it. You kind of gotta
Yeah,
do
I'm
it.
gonna. Well, yeah. Listen. We're in a fucking civilian
It would be-
area. I'm not gonna blow the fuck out of it.
Gunpowder.
Okay, all right. Before you throw that, you do notice as you're running on the roofs, you guys are getting closer to the final, I guess, level of this this town. Getting closer to the ground level. The roofs collect more, I want to say, condensation or moisture from the coast
Yes.
and whatnot. So that's why they ended up slipping on
the slip,
because
yeah.
the shingles are getting a little bit more damp and slippery. So keep
Anyway,
that in
yeah.
mind. And
do
while
love
you run with
moisture.
the barrel, it is going to be a little bit harder to stay on these rooftops for you, Jay. So, are you throwing it?
If she's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
throw
throwing
it,
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
I'm
and
gonna
like
throw it at
catch it
Big
if I
J.
can. Are you throwing it right at him? Or are you just throwing
I'm
it?
like,
It's going
Well,
to
I
be a
was-
difficult throw because you're running and going from roof to rooftop, and you're trying to aim this big barrel full of gunpowder at a guy who's on the ground level where Chip and Gillion just fell and
Yeah.
took damage.
I'm gonna
You're right,
scream
you
because
know
I
what?
don't know what explosives are.
I'm still gonna throw the barrel, but is there like a loose torch somewhere on a wall or something? You know, I'll just throw it at that.
On
Cause
the
an
roofs right now,
explosion.
absolutely not.
Like, oh, not on
On
the
the
roofs, just like on a
walls.
wall of outside of a house. like
You want
that.
to aim for like a you want to
Or
aim
just
to
like
get
an
this
open
just
fire. Is there just an open fire somewhere that I can throw this
That'd be
barrel
really
at?
convenient if there was just an
There's-
open fire
No, I mean,
ready
there's-
and available for this thing to explode on. I think you're just throwing boom sand.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, sure, fuck it. I'm good at that.
Also, I didn't mention this earlier, but I'm making
rolling
fire
good.
right now.
You're what?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, you're making fire. Yeah, fuck you.
I've had it this whole time.
I got a 19.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I want to say that you just don't see a random fire around
sad,
that you can
that's sad.
throw specifically to have it explode
Yeah, it's not really my thing either.
around Marshall John.
Hey, you know what? I'm sure that flint can light fire. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw it and take a shot at the barrel as it flies, I guess.
Right, with the gun
With
that you
my-
picked up. Okay.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is just gonna be, if it doesn't work, this is just gonna be really funny.
It's just gonna thump on the
It's gonna
ground
bonk
and
him in the
nothing
head
will
and knock him
happen.
out.
Yeah. So yeah, I throw the barrel. I'm not aiming particularly hard, but you know, with the barrel. But I want to.
Yeah, just let me figure out what you need to roll to throw a barrel from this distance, because it is going to be quite hard to do.
Yeah. Follow-up question. It's because I want to know, how wide are these streets?
These streets, they're wide enough for, I would say, about 6 people to stand shoulder to shoulder. It's pretty wide.
Oh, that's really wide. Okay.
Yep, it's pretty wide. These streets, they go down in like an incline,
Yeah.
and every
So
now
about
and then
like,
there's like
so they're
a
like
little
5
bit.
feet wide.
Is that that's not 5 feet?
But like, would you know? Is it like roughly like exactly 5 feet wide?
No, because that would be as tall as me. They're a little bit
Shot.
wider than 5 feet. I feel like maybe 14 feet wide.
Oh, that's a lot bigger. Okay.
Yeah, they're just like inclines, and every now and then there's steps where it's too steep.
Okay, gotcha.
Really poor. I just drop it.
Oh my god, a 3? Okay, yeah, dude.
I try to throw it and it slips out of my arms.
Tell you
just
what,
like rolls off
tell
the
you
roof.
what. I will tell you what. Okay, that's pretty awful. That's good. And that's Marshall John. Perfect. Okay.
Could I
So,
try and get it? All right, you do what you're doing. Sorry.
if you were trying to get it, you
It's just
will.
rolling off the roof. Yeah.
Oh, she's just like, and then it just rolls off the roof.
It like
You would be splitting from Gillion to try and catch this. But if you want to do that, you can.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, you'd be splitting.
I'm running away. It's just gonna explode. It's gunpowder.
Okay, so you keep going straight, Gillion, and you split off Chip, right? To grab this barrel?
Actually, if Chip's going for the gunpowder, I gotta save him. All right.
Wait, it wouldn't explode on impact, would it?
That's what he thinks. It's just what Gillion thinks as a character.
I'm gonna stay with Chip and get ready to throw my body over him like Steve Rogers threw his body over a grenade.
Okay, make a
Catch the barrel check.
Make a check. Make a fucking barrel check, dude. Make it catch the barrel check, which is probably gonna be like I don't know, dex, acrobatics. Just do acrobatics. I don't care. Athletics. Do athletics.
Acrobatics.
And then catch the barrel.
I'm already doing acrobatics.
That's fine.
That's 22.
All right, yeah, you fucking catch that shit. You guys kind of split off from the main path. You grab the barrel quickly, and you notice that there are alleyways that you could try and run through. Otherwise, you would just return to the main road. This little detour to catch the barrel that Jay failed to throw far enough. It gives the Marshal John and the two other soldiers that are with him time to catch up, and you notice as you're watching, as you look behind and see them coming up, and they are catching up, you see that behind them is another group, a very large group of soldiers, and they're all coming. So I assume
evil grows.
Again, you can continue down the main path. Chip, you now have the barrel on your shoulder again, or there are these alleyways that you were kind of standing right in front of.
Right.
Either one.
How wide are the alleyways?
You guys would have to like.
5 feet.
It would definitely be a little less than 5 feet because you guys will have to be in a single file line.
Single file.
They're very tight alleyways.
I want, as we're running with
Chip,
the barrel.
down the alleyway.
Yeah, can you do something? Can you like make it wet? Make it wet or something.
I'm going to make it very wet.
What do you do?
And now, what I want to do is I want to, when we're running, I want to kind of pivot, and it's awesome because it's wet and I'm wet, so I like,
you do an about face?
Huh? Yeah, I do an about face.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I look John in the eyes, and I put my hands down, and I want to...
I'm gonna get you, you pirates!
It's very, like, there's a lot of water here, right?
In the air? Oh, yeah, definitely. You guys are getting really, really close to the coast.
Is there, like, water on, like, surfaces and, like, puddles and stuff?
On the roofs, yep. Yeah, on the roofs. There's tons of moisture, and there's also puddles nearby.
Let me use shape water to bring in all that water and make a 5-foot wall?
Yes, what does the wall do, though?
The wall, I would make the wall of water, and then it would freeze. So it'd be a 5-foot wall of ice.
On the alleyway?
Yes.
To cover the alleyway?
So I would basically want to put down my hand, and like all of the water kind of like flies in, swooshes in like a wave, like curving over, and then just freezes.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Of course you can do that. It covers the alleyway.
Yeah, all right, sick. Yeah, I break my hand off of that ice now, and I keep running.
Okay. All right. So you guys go down these alleyways. Jay, you're still on the rooftop now.
Yeah.
You see from... Yeah, go ahead.
As I'm running, I'm gonna pull out the gun and see if there's any ammo in it, because I did not grab any ammo.
Yeah, there's 3 shots.
Nice, okay.
There's 3 shots preloaded into all of their guns by default. I've
Perfect.
just decided that, because I can do that.
Because you can do that.
As you're running.
Yeah.
Triple barrel, baby.
As you're running, you see Gil pull water off the roofs actually in front of you. So this will make your running across the rooftops easier. And from the rooftops, and then from the muddy ground that they're all running on, you can see little bits of mud turn into moisture, and it all comes into this giant wave that immediately freezes over as they run into an alleyway. And you can kind of barely keep an eye on them from your eagle eye position to see where they're going. But mostly you just see that the 3 soldiers that were chasing them come up to this wall and are like, shit! And then they keep running down the main road to try and cut them off.
Okay. I yelled on, they're still going down the main road! Kind of deal.
Yeah, thanks!
I've got 3 shots!
And
Just
we are taking the alley. We're going to go left up here.
Just kill. I want to hand Gil the barrel, and I want to say, just stay a little bit behind me. I've got a plan.
Ah!
Chip, you hear off in the distance, I heard they're going left!
That's right. I mean, we're going left.
as you guys are running as well, you're starting to get into a more the areas on like the top layer don't really have a lot of regular people, but as you're running, you do see there are more crowds starting to form. And Jay, you specifically can see ahead. You're coming up on the market commercial district of this town, which is like a very large a rectangle. It follows the same main road. Instead of it just being houses and stuff, now it's going to be a lot of carts, people, and stuff like that you would see in like a square for commerce and whatnot. But you're not there yet. You're seeing that you're coming up on it. You guys in the alleyway.
What choices do we have? I have an awesome one.
What's an awesome one?
My awesome one is I'm gonna use shape water, and I'm gonna do it a couple times to make like a half pipe or like stairs, and then get back on the rooftops.
Sure. Yeah, you guys can do that.
All right.
Yeah. I want to make, okay, stairs is fine, but I want to make a half pipe and slide up it because I think that's cooler.
That's way cooler. I'm probably not gonna go up.
You're not? Okay,
No, I
Chip.
would've
So
been
what do
ahead.
you want to do?
I want to keep following these alleyways to try and get out, like, back to that main road. So I want to essentially run as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Try and cut through an alley,
All right.
and then I want to, as I'm passing through, I want to use my ball bearings and drop them all on this main road and just kind of wave at John and just say, "Hey, John," and fucking throw them down all
Okay.
over this main road.
Before you get to the main road, Gil, you create this big half pipe, and you throw your shield down and you use it as like a little surf skateboard to
so
glide. You fucking shred it, bro. You get it back up on the rooftops, and you're following directly now behind Jay. Jay, is there anything you would like to do before I say what happens to Chip?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay.
Jay, I have rejoined you on the rooftops.
Hey,
Why are you weird about it?
how did you get up here?
Check this out. I just start fucking, I don't know. I'm gonna use shape water and surf again. It's awesome.
You realize now that you can do it between rooftops, so it makes it much easier for you to get from
Oh
roof
my
to roof.
god, dude. I'm like budget Frozone. This is
You
great.
look like budget Frozone right now. Is it a
Here,
cantrip for your...
let me just take 6 seconds to freeze this 5-foot path. Let me do it again, and now I will pull out my shield, and now I will surf. Look at that.
It's 6 seconds. It does not happen, but okay.
Well, it's
that's
it's at will. It's instantaneous, so I guess it wouldn't be.
Yeah,
I just
it's
said
fine.
it's an action. Yeah, it's a cantrip. Shape
It's
water's a
totally
cantrip.
fine. You keep doing it. All right then. You guys continue on the rooftops. You're about to hit the first level. You're both about to come to the roofs of the marketplace, which is a little bit more circular, but it's not really that much different from running on the roofs. But before that happens, before you guys get there, Chip, you take a right, which you assume is going to be a right back to the main road, except it's not. It's a dead end. It's a wall, and in the center of that wall is a square, a window, and you have a choice. You can either try and run up the wall and try and vault and get onto the roof, or you're barreling straight through this window of a random person's house.
I am barreling right through this window.
Excellent. Athletics check
Okay, Aladdin.
or acrobatics check, actually.
No, I don't want to Aladdin it. I want to Ferris Bueller it.
Okay.
It's a 14.
Oh my god, yeah, you flawlessly you crash through this window, you hug the barrel of gunpowder, and you make like a torpedo, and you crash through that shit. I don't even know what to call you right now. As you do, what you see when you come into this house, Chip, you hug this barrel, you crash through this window, you kind of lose a little grip on the barrel, you're trying to grab it, as you hear a bunch of feminine screams, and you're getting your vision is kind of covered through by different fabrics and I want to say like curtains almost, and then eventually you burst out of the front door and you realize that you're currently balancing on this gunpowder barrel.
Can you have a monkey on his shoulder?
You don't have a monkey on your shoulder, but you're running on top of this barrel like a fucking cartoon, and in your hands instead of the gunpowder barrel is an infant. and you look down and it's going.
I jump off of the barrel and I kind of just like hold this
It's following
baby.
behind you as you're running extremely fast, and you're holding this baby and looking around.
Whose baby is this? Whose baby is this? Anybody want a baby? You,
And from
sir,
the
a
house that
baby.
you
I want
burst-
to run by a guy and give him a baby.
Oh my god. Yeah, all right. You run up to a random guy. You are just about to enter.
Here, congratulations, gift of life.
You enter this market, a square of sorts, and you hand it to a random man who goes, "I am not the father." And behind you, you hear from the door that you burst it through. You hear, "My baby!" And then you also see the three soldiers who are a bit much farther back from you guys now. You did get a lot of distance on them from doing the alleyway route. You can't even hear what they're saying right now. You just see that they're all kind of still coming towards you. In front of you, Chip specifically, and you guys on the roof now see this. There is a large crowd of people now that are kind of like crossing between each concession stand and stand of goods and whatnot in this square.
We should give them all babies so they're distracted.
You pick the barrel that's rolling next to you back up, and you're running straight towards this crowd. And you guys on the roof.
Yeah, are we in a situation where how do we get around this? Like, where are we headed right now?
You guys are.
Oh, I know what I want to do.
Okay, so all of you, I would assume, have the same destination in mind. From the roof, you can see past this this crowd of people. And if you see like Gil or Jay, if you do see that Chip is coming up on this obstacle of sorts, there are ways to get down, either in front or after the crowd of people. Because you're eventually going to have to get onto the main road anyways, because as you follow your eyes down that main road, you see the docks on the coast of this town, and on one of those docks is Chip's small boat, where I assume all of you are currently headed.
The
Yes.
big chipper.
The big chipper.
The big chipper.
The big chipper.
big
It's a
chipper.
small wooden boat with one sail, baby. Currently waiting for a barrel.
Okay, so. All right. So we are are Jay and I in a situation where we need to like jump over the crowd, or because we're on the rooftop. So what's the
You're
deal
on the
with
roofs. The roofs are starting to get a little bit smaller, like
I see,
the
I
height
see
of the
now.
houses and whatnot. So getting down from like the ground to the roofs is going to be a little bit easier. You can continue on the roofs. It's probably the safest bet. I will say, as you are running, well, just tell me what you want to do first. Like, what's your goal? You want to keep on the roofs? Get off the roofs? How about
that?
Chip?
I feel like getting into the crowd is not. I wouldn't do it. So
Jay, what's your plan right
I
now?
want to see what other people want to do first before I say.
I
anything.
got a really good plan. Or it's not, maybe it's not good, but like I think it would be really funny.
I want to
Yeah.
see what you guys do. Yep.
Jay, you go first.
Wait, you have a
We're doing
good
stuff.
plan?
Well, just for me, I don't know what you guys are gonna fucking do.
Okay, well I was gonna jump down to you and do something, but if you have a fun plan, then go for it.
I have a fun plan.
So
I'm gonna
go for the
liberate
fun
these
plan
people.
then. You're gonna liberate them.
I want to just yell up to you guys and say, "Lose the tail!"
What? I
What?
don't
What?
have a tail. I have fins.
No, the
Do you
guards.
have a tail? Jay,
I don't have a tail.
then why
I
do the
have a
guards
tail.
have tails?
They're
Beast man.
tailing.
No.
Just go.
What is a tail?
It's... What?
So Chip is basically telling you guys to continue on the roofs.
You speak of
and
ass
lose-
tubes.
Did you just say ass tubes?
In
Yo, if
character,
you hear
yes.
right now, comment ass tubes. I want to see
So
it.
comment ass tube.
Comment ass tubes.
You guys go first, because what I'm gonna do is pretty dumb. So I want you to go first.
Okay. Can I go first? I got a thing.
Go for it.
All right,
Go for it. You
so,
go first.
Grizzly, what I want to do is I want to try and like move through this crowd. And you said it's almost like a shopping place, right? Shopping district kind of thing. Like
Yes, it is.
Town center. I want to try and like get lost in this crowd to where they would lose sight of me. I want to reach over to one person, grab a pair of glasses off their face. I want to reach. I want to reach like into somebody's pocket and get like. I want to have these. I want to put on disguise glasses. I want to disguise myself with the things from other people. I'll grab a bandana, wrap it around my forehead, and then I want to like go to an empty stall and hold this bucket, like hold this barrel here, and I want to just be I want to just be trying to sell like a fish or something.
Go ahead and make a. I kind of want to do 2 checks for this,
Okay.
but I'll bring it down to 1. So go ahead and make a deception check.
All right. 11.
All right.
Chip, what are you doing with my people?
As you say that, you lose sight of Chip. Actually,
I was just role-playing how he might have failed that, that's all.
okay, Chip.
Okay. Whatever you want, bro. Whatever you think is funny.
It's fine. It's good. It's good. It's good. So actually, go ahead and make. I'm just gonna make you do a stealth check.
Okay.
Quickly. I want to see if you actually, if they lose sight of you or not. I think that's the most important part here before the deception.
18.
Okay, that is much better. So that makes sense. Well, okay, so you run into the crowd and you immediately slow down your pace. You start to blend in, and you snag these glasses that you see hanging out of the back pocket of some random merchant, and you throw them on. What did you say you were going to do exactly as you're sitting here? You're gonna.
So I just want to grab things from people, like pickpocket, and try and like disguise myself. And maybe if somebody's like has a fish for some reason, I want to grab their fish and I want to sell the fish. I want to try.
Okay, you snatch that fish, you plop the gunpowder barrel down, and you sit on your ass right there, and you start basically like pointing the fish at people, and you're like, I do want this fish. As you're doing that, Jay, you're distracted trying to keep an eye on where Chip is, and you completely lose sight of him, and as you do, I need you to make a dex save. Because as you are running, a flock of pigeons comes and starts to bite and fly around your face and nip at your hair.
Ah! I got a 10.
What are those?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. So you're running on these rooftops, and a bunch of pigeons. I guess they like the way your hair smells or something. They come in there like, rock, rock.
Jay, can we keep them?
No! Get him away from me!
I love each and every one unequivocally.
Does anything happen to me?
You're having trouble. You can no longer see in front of you right now. You feel yourself about to slip, or I wouldn't say you're about to slip, but you do feel a less. You're not sure where you're going anymore, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I want to. I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna jump off the roofs at this point.
Okay, you blindly just jump off the roof.
Don't
Make an
scare them.
acrobatics check.
A which?
Acrobatics check. The birds get lost and they trans.
now.
Sorry. Hold on.
I trip off the roof. I trip.
That's a
I trip
whole
and
ass
fall.
7, isn't it? That's a whole ass
Yeah.
7 there with that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jay, you fall.
I'm not doing so hot.
Not anymore.
You fall. You take five points of damage. And the birds transition and they start following Gil. But you have actually made it
Yes.
past this crowd, and you land on the main road, and you get up, you dust yourself off, and you look back. You see that big crowd of people, and then off to the side, you see a boy with similar hair and new glasses with the fake nose and mustache on top of this barrel, trying to hand a random trout
Who would
just
like
to
a
people.
fish? Would anyone like to buy my fish? This is a nice
I
fish.
look at him and I just squint a bit and like
I put my glasses down and kind of wink at Jay.
I just run. I run to the boat.
I would like to make
I'm
a
very
speech.
confused.
Okay.
I'm surrounded in these pigeons now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm loving it.
They're like
I
a
think
mix
they're
of
so funny.
pigeons and seagulls and crows
Yeah,
and
it's
whatnot.
fucking. Oh my god, yes, dude. Hello, I'm loving
There's
these
lots of
birds.
seabirds.
Don't know what
Yep.
they are, but I love them.
Did you flip a coin to whether you love them or hate them?
I already knew I was gonna love all the birds.
Some of them
Okay.
are branching onto on parts of the coral that are coming out of your skull.
Yes, indeed. Roost there forever.
You're going to give a
I wanna
speech to the
I wanna
crowd?
fucking walk up. Yeah, I'm gonna give a speech to the crowd.
Okay.
People of Z, can I have like inspirational speech music? Excuse me. Yes, indeed. People of Zero, I am Gillion Tidestrider, and with my companions Chip and Jay, we have toppled the tower of your oppressors. Now is the time to take your destiny into your own hands. Also, look at all of these. What are these? I love them.
They're birds.
This is a beautiful place and you must preserve it. I'm sorry, John, but the people must rise.
These,
and I want to try and make a persuasion check.
Yes, as you're giving this speech to this group of people, this large crowd in this market area of this town, and behind them, this large, or not larger, but somewhat same amount of group of soldiers have just come to the edge. All three of you are on the other side of this crowd, and you see Marshal John that has just come. He's trying to push his way through, and so are the two guards that have been chasing you with him, and all these guards kind of meet this crowd. As you say this, go ahead and make your persuasion check.
Okay, it's funny because I thought I had the thing that I thought I had what I thought I had from the class, but I'm actually not that level yet, so fuck. 13!
Oh my god.
Can I get advantage from the birds?
I'm actually...
Birds.
Go ahead and roll with advantage. Go ahead and roll again.
Oh, you're a fucking hero.
Let's say I'll help you, and I'll just be like,
You
yeah.
stand up with the fish.
I'll stand up.
Alright,
just stir
Gillion
them up from the
Tidestrider,
crowd.
Pigeon Lord. I got a 24.
Okay.
18 plus 6.
Okay. All right. You give this large speech. People are looking and moving, and then they look at the tower that is now completely, the top half of it has fallen and crushed part of that stone wall of that large gate, actually revealing now a new entrance into this stronghold that this military presence has taken over. People look up, they look at you, and then it's silent for a second as these soldiers are trying to push their way through, but they're having a little bit of a struggle, except for Marshal John and the two that are with him are making their way halfway through, and it's just as they're about to come to the other side and meet you, Chip goes, "Yeah!" And that is what sparks the excitement in this crowd as the people... As the people see what is happening, people running. This is not very natural to happen in this town. You've seen like people gasp and scream as you guys have been running on the rooftops, and the commotion of the soldiers following this main road and chasing after you and screaming pirates. People take advantage of this now in this market square. They take advantage of the chaos, and people grab their tools, their merchandise, and they start pelting it at the large group of soldiers who are trying to make it past this crowd. And it looks like a small battlefield now as the soldiers are pulling out their weapons and trying to melee citizens who have grabbed like planks from their houses and shingles from the roof and are throwing it at them. It's chaos. It's basically a smoke cloud now of confrontation, and this gives all three of you now, or the two of you guys, to start your...
Be your own heroes, people of Zero. Bird you later. And
exactly.
No.
As you guys keep running, you have tunnel vision right now. The three of you. Jay is just a little bit ahead. The both of you eventually catch up to your boat, or which is what is it? The big chipper. The big chipper.
Big chipper.
And behind you, you see there are two soldiers who made it out of the crowd.
Whatever.
And they're about 20 feet behind.
I'm over them.
As you guys get to the dock and you're about to get onto your ship, you see Big J and the elven man, the other soldier, running down this dock towards you.
Do you know what alpha move I want to do? We're on this boat, right? I'm assuming we don't have time to like get all of our sails and stuff up.
Well, I would have untied us since I got there earlier.
Okay.
Jay's been working on it. Chip has already put the gunpowder barrel down on the deck. You guys are seeing that you have time to basically you're going to be able to push away from this, but they are still attempting to come to run towards you.
Are there many other boats at the dock?
There's a few like fishing boats and whatnot. There's no big ships except for like the militaristic like battle. I want to say not battle, but travel ships. You don't see any of like the big ones that you would see out at sea.
Does it look like they're gonna try and chase us in a boat?
No, they're running down the dock that you guys ran down, which is only What do you want to do as they're running towards you first? Before I tell you,
I'm just on the ship, just like untying stuff.
Yeah, Chip, I have a question. Do you leave the barrel on the dock, or do you bring it into your
I
ship?
bring it right onto the ship and I set it down.
Okay. I was gonna blow up the dock, but never mind.
I think we should keep the gunpowder.
I wanted to cast again, shape water, and I wanted to freeze, and I wanted to freeze and animate the water so that I make a block of ice and then a propeller, and then spin the propeller to make a motorboat.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
all right.
Power move.
Okay, yeah. God, because it's your magical ability, I'm just gonna say that you do that. Because it's creative.
Yeah.
And as you guys do that, you all hop onto the boat, and Gil makes this ice propeller. You look and you see as they're running down the dock, Marshal John stops. And he gives you a wink, Gil, and he grabs the collar of the soldier that he's been running with, and he pulls him back and he throws him into the sea, and he says, "Go!"
I
As
knew
you guys-
I saw that spark in you, John! Live for yourself!
I
Be
want
free!
I want to be like have my foot rest up on the edge of the boat and just kind of give him a
That's
little
amazing.
salute.
Your destiny lies elsewhere, John.
He turns
Grasp
around
it.
and he pulls out this incredibly huge metal club, and there's more guards who have made it past this crowd who are coming towards the dock towards him, and as you guys are sailing away, you see Marshal John rip the coat of red, white, and gold off and throw it into the sea and start to hold back this group of soldiers. And you guys have successfully left this town of Zero on the island of Canella.
Woo!
So,
Easy enough.
Chip, why did we do any of that?
What do you mean? We stopped them.
Sunset now.
We stopped them from doing it. We started a
What did we-
revolution. People are going to lose their lives more so
Justice
than
is
before
here.
now.
Justice has arrived.
Can those civilians even? That is
They
a
needed
big
only a
military
catalyst.
force.
Jay, listen,
My
we can't be
God.
there to fight all their battles for them, but we got it started. And that's enough for
gotta
me. Except for the treasure. How
don't-
much treasure did you get out of that?
I put...
There wasn't. I got a gun and 2 swords. I can.
Oh, Chip.
Jay,
You hero and jokester, the real treasure, as you know, is friendship.
that it is, but treasure is also treasure.
I knew
there
that was
gold.
what you
Jay,
meant when you said it.
Jay, there was gold in there. You got that though, right?
Yeah. Why? Okay. Well, listen to me.
Kicking back with my feet up, like arms crossed.
No, I didn't get any gold. Okay. But
I
we do
lean
have this
forward.
big.
What?
We do have this big barrel of gunpowder on our tiny flammable ship now, so that's
I managed
great.
to, and I opened my hand, I managed to get this single pigeon. It was all that I could,
Pigeon.
all I could
Animal-
get a hold of.
Animal
What shall I
handling check.
name her?
Animal handling check.
Ah, 19!
Oh my god. You notice it's Chip and Jay, you guys know that this is not a pigeon. This is a little bluebird.
That is not a pigeon.
That's not a pigeon. at all.
Why?
That's a-
I don't know. I didn't make up the rules. That's a bluebird.
It is an ocean pigeon.
Nope.
It's the color of the ocean, and it is like a pigeon in some ways. What does it consume?
Worms.
It really likes you know that stuff in the barrel there. You should give it a little bit of that.
The gunpowder.
The gunpowder.
Yeah. It's a gunbird.
Hello, little gunbird.
I'm just like
I set him down on the gunpowder. He's not eating it. I think it's gone bad.
No,
Why?
he'll eat it. You just gotta feed it to him.
Well, if he can eat it, so can I.
No, hey, no. I'm just joking.
What is
just
wrong?
Joking. Just don't. Eat
What
that.
must it be to be so free, to be a bird?
Okay, well, no treasure.
Let the taste of this gunpowder.
Yeah, no treasures.
my-
We got a gun and 2.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh wait, shit. Saving throw. Okay, fine. It would be a 13.
I don't even have to look. With gunpowder, I'd say it tastes awful. You almost want to regurgitate immediately because it tastes like eating sand, except there's no like sandy qualities to it.
Okay,
It doesn't taste like nature. You reckon you probably shouldn't eat fire anytime soon, otherwise there could be dire consequences. But you
Okay.
don't, take any points of exhaustion or poison.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna hold random things out in front of my new bird and see what it eats. That's what I'm gonna be doing in the corner.
Okay. It likes bits of the apple. I think Jay had an apple.
I did have an apple, yeah.
Yeah, it likes bits of that.
Jay, you don't need that.
This is our only food.
Hey, an apple! I grab it and I take it. I take a bite. Thanks. No, it wasn't a total waste.
You guys have some, rations and whatnot that you've collected and stuff over the weeks. The sun is setting as you guys are sailing. I mean, yeah, if there's anything you guys want to talk about on this night, you've left this island that you were at for maybe like 3 days, and you're on to the next destination, which you honestly guys have no way of navigation at the moment. You're just kind of coasting.
So, Chip, Jay, where do you reckon we'll end up next?
I don't know. Probably another island like that one. I mean, I guess.
More birds, then.
Well, I mean, there's
Very
more
good.
birds.
Gil, say next time.
Yes, Chip.
What if you don't just explain the plan to the bad guys?
That would be completely unfair.
Well, not really.
Well-
It makes it unfair for us if you do that. And we're your friends. You don't want to make it unfair for us. Listen,
It makes it completely even for us.
I don't know how you guys do it down there in the ocean, but up here, we don't betray our friends like that.
Yeah,
And I would hate to betray the enemy as well.
No.
No, you want to betray. You want to.
You want to.
Never.
Yeah, but that's
Why did-
good. The enemies are bad, and if we trick them, that makes it good. With me?
Chip, why did we bring this guy with us? Anyway?
I wish I could ask you to roll a deception check.
If you're trying to deceive him, you absolutely can. It would be deception. It would be deception against insight.
Okay, because
Okay.
this is really stupid.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 7.
You got better than me.
Okay.
I mean, you just decide how much you believe and how much you don't to that, for sure.
I can see the merit, Chip, but it is important to have honor and to look our enemies in the eyes. And who knows how many evil has wrapped its claws around, like our bright little boy John.
You know what? We got out. It's fine.
It feels good to be the heroes.
I look back. I look back at the town as we coast away. What's it look like over there?
A beautiful fire illuminated against the sea.
You got it.
That'll be fine.
No, is it on fire?
No, dude. So as you guys have been drifting away for I would say maybe like an hour at this point now.
Oh shit.
So you have to keep in mind, like, you get situated in the boat before you start talking. You're doing the jobs and whatnot that I'm not gonna make you roll for because it's just a one sail boat.
Yep.
Yeah, there's other stuff that goes in, in between this, but you can still barely see the island in the distance, on the horizon line. And there's like a little bit of smoke, but there's no like huge flame. Chip, I mean, you would probably feel good about what you guys have done. You would know that there was a lot of people there, and not as many soldiers. So in the case that they do take this it's up to them at this point. It's not up to you guys. You guys did what you wanted to do, and because you felt like that was right, and you succeeded. And whatever happens now is not your problem.
So, we performed a success. What do those of the Oversea do in such a case? Down below we have squirties.
You have what?
We do squirties to celebrate.
That sounds gross.
Yeah.
What do you do up here?
Down,
What
Well,
are your
usually, I guess we have-
Oversea squirties?
You have beer? Do we have beer on the ship right now?
of course you do. It's the big chipper.
You kidding me? No beer on the big chipper? Come on now. I go back and I bring out this big like keg and I slam it down. See, Gil, I'm gonna teach you something that we do when.
What creature's
when
blood
we
is this?
This is no, not blood, not blood. This is a victory drink. It's a drink that we
This is
drink when
the blood
we win.
of wheat.
No,
I don't understand. It's a victory
that.
drink, but not blood.
It's the blood of wheat.
It's not.
You know,
What is wheat?
Sure, it's a plant,
like
evil plant.
an evil plant that
Then we must destroy it.
We did. It's
yes,
here. It's
and
done.
you feel
Listen,
great when you destroy it. Yeah.
Gil, I'm gonna teach you something really cool that we do.
Die,
when we
blood
win
of
on the
wheat. I
overs-
tried to chug the whole thing.
Hey! Called a keg stand.
Oh my god.
You ever done that before? Can you do a?
Sounds like a sizable squirty. How do you do it?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this tube over here. You're gonna put it in your mouth. You're gonna stand up. We're gonna hold your legs up, and you're gonna drink it to celebrate the win.
If it is to defeat the evil plant, it shall be done.
I just look over at Jay and kind of wink. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
I shall bear this burden and fight this foe for you, Chip.
I want to put this.
I say as I do a keg
I'm
stand.
gonna do a keg stand.
That's awesome, man.
Okay.
I'm happy.
We
for
just
you
do like
guys.
a sunset on the horizon as you see the silhouette of Gil doing a
I'm just like
kickstand.
furiously doing it too, like this needs to die.
Yes.
I want to cast like protection from evil and good on myself while I do it.
You fucking do that. Yeah. All right. Is that it? Is that it from you guys? Is that
Yeah, I think.
if you've got anything else? So you do this keg stand for the first time, Gil. This feels honorable.
Do I die?
Dude, actually, you know what? Make it con save.
Okay, con save.
God, you're gonna make a lot of these this campaign, aren't you?
14.
Yeah, you're all right.
Well, if you keep making me eat and drink strange things, then yes.
You successfully down you don't succumb to this keg stand. You take it like an absolute hero, the hero of some might
Hero
say.
wheat.
And as you guys do this, I mean, Jay, is there anything you do specifically as you watch them?
No, I'm helping.
You're
One leg, holding one leg.
Yeah, we're holding up
helping
one leg each.
yeah.
It's like I've got like the tube in one mouth and I put an arm on like Jay's shoulder too, and I just like look at her with like knowing eyes, and I'm just like, I can do this. I'm gonna be a hero.
I stare at him very worried, like, yeah.
Gil, you're doing your first keg stand, and as the big chipper drifts off somewhere further along into the ocean, with no destination in mind, the air filled with the laughter of this group of newly found friends. You sail for a few nights, and there are more shenanigans at sea like this. But one day in particular, you're sailing, and it feels like a normal day. But who's got the best passive perception?
15.
11.
I have 11 as well.
Jay,
Okay, so Jay.
as Gil and Chip are leaning over the edge of this boat, and Chip might be throwing a line out for some fishing, you see something in the distance in the water. And then it grows. And you notice that the waves, rather than rising up and falling down as usual, start to swirl. I will now read off the patron names as a thank you and a shout out to all of those who support us monetarily. Thank you to the big motherfucking cheese, another Sophie, Divinator, Mindy 9, JRWI Enjoyer, J Noel, Jumbius Venus 34, Legate Walsh, Rishis Nibby, Riker, Kuro2, The Godly King, Ciel, Curious Cosplayer. Let's get this broad. Salutation. Serene is actually a skeleton. And Courtier Comet. Thank you all so much, and I hope you enjoyed the
first episode of Just Roll the Fucking.
I didn't expect my fucking voice to be that high pitched. All right. Well. Bye.